What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Chris, 3 years running bestseller at ShineOn. Now I'm the CMO of ShineOn. I wanted to thank you so much for checking out our YouTube video. And if you like this kind of content, I want you to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope you enjoy the video. What's up? How's everybody doing? Hope we're doing good. Let's get some sunshine in the chat. People saying it's storming. We had a tropical storm come through Florida. Can we get some sunshine emojis in the chat here? They do have one of those, right? What's up, Werner? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for popping in. We got Lindy from Washington State. Thanks for joining. Happy to have you here. David, what's up, David? We got some chicken. We've got some fire, because you know I'm going to ask for it at some point. It's like it's preemptive fire. And we got some coffee. Thank you, buddy. Facebook user coming in with some sunshine. That's what I'm talking about. Emilia, what's up? How's everybody doing? Facebook user from Ohio, thanks so much for joining. This is a very special time of week for us as well. We love talking with you, chatting with you, interacting with you in real time. It's awesome. Hey, if you're showing up as Facebook user, it's because you need to give StreamYard permission to use your name. So if you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, I don't know what they ask you to do there. You'll be able to give them some permissions or something, and they'll be able to display your name here on the screen. We have Resty from Reno, Nevada. What's up, Resty? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. It's going to be a fun one for you today. We're going to be talking about shit. We're going to be doing Shopify store teardowns. Shopify store teardowns. I've done 10 gajillion of these things in my time, so it's going to be fun. We've got Facebook user from Philadelphia. We've got Facebook user from all over the place. Can you believe that? Everywhere you go, there is Facebook user. We have Mike Leisman from California. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Denmark. Yes, starting to circle the globe now. What's up, buddy? Welcome. Welcome. We are actually expanding to Europe soon, too, by the way. That'll be fun. Keep it on the down low. We're not quite ready to announce it, but it's coming. It's coming. We're going to be near you, buddy, actually. All right, we got smiley face with some hearts. Michael from Colorado. Hey, Michael from Colorado. What's up? Coloradian? What do they call you guys over there? Canada here. Michael Cook, what's up? Got some sunshine, some snowflakes. I don't know where you're at, Lindy. You must be in the southern hemisphere somewhere if you're getting snowflakes. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. You know how we like to kick these off, right? It wouldn't be the same without a little digital marketer's toast. So raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks, and join me now for the digital marketer's toast. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheap CPMs, and lower CACs to higher CTRs, much higher CVRs to enabled ad accounts and big bank accounts, upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sales, and to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, but also your email flows. Are you ready, everybody? Cheers. That is how we do it. That is how we do it. Best coffee with Michael this week. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All right. Let's start having some fun, shall we? Got some basic housekeeping. Let's get it out of the way here. I loved what our graphic designers did this week. It's quite absurd. It was pretty fun. And you probably can't tell, but there's like a paint texture here to my face. I look very reptilian in HD here. It's pretty cool. All right, testimonials. Anya, hope I'm saying your name right. Ringing my ShineOn bell twice on new products. Now back to designing. 2 products sold, $67.20 in profit. Congratulations. I love to see the action. I love it to see new sellers getting their first sales. It's so freaking exciting because there's something paradigm shifting about it when it happens. When you go from never making a penny online to making your first dollar, something just completely changes for you. I remember exactly where I was when I made my first dollar online. So it wasn't in the e-commerce space. It was way back in 2014. I started a business as the middle of summer as a local service business, and I got my first booking. And I was outside. I was taking my dog out. She was doing her thing in the grass. I was outside, got my first sale, and I literally jumped in the air and fist pumped right in the middle of the yard. It was awesome. I was just so stoked. But there's something completely mind-altering about getting your first sale. So I love to see it. So congratulations on you. We've got some swag coming your way. Somebody from my team will reach out. We'll get you a t-shirt, a backpack. I don't know what we've got left, a mug, something or other. So congratulations. Dan Hurt here. This was a great post. If anybody saw it, Dan Hurt with $266,000 in sales. It looks like this is a full year's worth of revenue here. Yeah, all time at a glance right here. 266,000. I'm going to read a little bit of this post, but I highly encourage you, go into the group, search for Dan Hurt, find this post, check it out. It's really cool. Dan has been a longtime member of the community. I've seen posts from Dan before. I think I've even chatted with Dan maybe on Facebook Messenger. Seems like a really great guy. He's also got a really cool YouTube channel, and he links to it right here in this post. So you got to go find this post. He's got a link to his YouTube channel, and he's actually made what is essentially a free course in the YouTube channel. So you should go check that out for sure. So 200,000 with one little ShineOn necklace posted ages ago about taking this product from 0 to 100K. That post is here if you haven't seen it already. Looking back, the first 100K was easy, 25K in July, scaled up 55K in August, and dropped again in September due to some Facebook malarkey. Still did another 25K, rounding off to 6 figures. And so he goes on, he shares this whole story about how he did this with one necklace. And that is really the beauty and the magic of our space. Over in, I don't know if you guys know who Russell Brunson is with ClickFunnels, but he says you're one funnel away from changing everything. Well, Chris Blair, kind of in our space, says you're one product away from changing everything. That's become kind of a catchphrase now in the e-commerce space. Joe Roberts says it. I say it. A ton of people say it. You're literally one product away from changing everything. One product away from your breakthrough with your designs and things like that. So just like when you look at this, get inspired. These are real testimonials from real people just like you, breaking through the wall on this, making money online. It's unbelievable. And also, I really talked about this last week. We're in third quarter. The Super Bowl is right around the corner. The Super Bowl for e-commerce is right around the corner. All the money, millionaires are made every Q4. So you do not want to sit this out. Now is the time to be putting in extra reps, doing the extra work, right? Because everything you do now will multiply 10x as you get into Q4. So it's a great, great time to be tuning into this business model. So anyways, congratulations, Dan Hurt. Thank you so much for sharing that too. I really love it when our more experienced sellers, people have done some bigger numbers, also drop some knowledge bombs inside the group. We really need folks like you to be sharing your knowledge and helping everybody out and just helping the community. So thank you so much, Dan, and congratulations, buddy. You've got some swag coming your way. So hope you enjoy it. All right, we've got a new knowledge base, now I want to emphasize real quick, it's new. So we're kind of building it out and things like that. However, we're trying to level up our support for everybody. So we have a new knowledge base. You can get to it by going to help.shineon.com. This is already, even from the time the screenshot was taken, I'm pretty sure we've added more to this. It's pretty cool. The knowledge base is dynamic and interactive. So as it walks you through steps, there are screenshots, videos. There are even decision trees where, if you choose one thing as like an output or the answer to a question in one of the help articles, it takes you somewhere else. It's a really neat, dynamic, powerful system that we think is going to level up our support for you. Plus, we have live chat coming soon. So, I think in the past, you usually had to send emails, or if you were in the app, we used to have a live chat. Often would go to email. Well, we're bringing live chat back, and we think that's going to help everybody. Everybody's going to benefit from that. So we're looking forward to it. So that's the new seller knowledge base. Now, are you ready for it? Are you ready to talk shop? Let's get into the Shopify stores, Shopify teardowns. Are you ready? Give me your favorite Shopify emoji in the chat. Shopify emojis in the chat. Go. I'm not sure what those are, by the way. So give me your favorite interpretation of a Shopify emoji in the chat. Maybe it's an up-chin graph. Maybe it's some fire. I like it. Fire always works. Chickens work. Coffee is acceptable. Coffee is acceptable. Let's go. We've got Deborah from Texas. What's up, Deborah? Shukriya from England. What's up? We've got Facebook user from the UK. We got a lot of folks from UK. You should do a mastermind over there or something. You guys should be hooking up. Shahnawaz. I apologize if I didn't say your name right, buddy. From Bangladesh. Welcome. Glad to have you. Werner's dropping some rockets. Michael from Canada, if I remember right, in with some ale. Is that ale in Canada or is it beer? Are those technically two different things? I don't know. I don't drink. We've got some money bags here from Facebook user. I kind of like that. More rockets and UFOs. Lindy, speaking my love language here a little bit. I can get it. I can get a little bit conspiratorial from time to time, maybe. But seriously, the UFO thing's kind of cool right now. All right, we've got the flying dollars. I'll take it. Puppy. Is that a puppy? That's a puppy. Way to be. Cha-ching. That's probably my favorite. But mainly because I can hear it. I just know exactly the sound when you read it. Okay, everybody, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, so I'm going to do teardowns. We're going to show you some live stores. First, I want to go over real quick what makes a good store, some things to avoid, some things to do correctly. Then we'll get into the stores, and you can actually help me do the teardowns a little bit. You can actually help me do the teardowns, but you have to be equipped with some of the knowledge first. So let's talk a little bit about the overall design and branding of a Shopify store. We're going to keep this super high level. We're not going to get real into the weeds. We're going to keep this super high level. I've only got 3 slides here. We're going to cover all this in, I don't know, probably in the next 40 minutes. We're going to go over the 3 slides, do some teardowns, then we'll have some Q&A. So the overall design and branding. So first of all, you need to go to great lengths not to look like a drop shipping store, not to look like a drop shipping store. There's a handful of reasons for this. First of all, drop shipping stores, many people have been ripped off by drop shipping stores. So if they get a feeling, if there's somebody that's been ripped off before, or they get some feeling that there's some general untrustworthiness about your store because there are typos in there, it's not laid out correctly, or it's too busy, or the colors are all jacked up, or just anything, they're going to bounce. They're not going to hang out. They're going to bounce. Keep in mind, when COVID-19 was going around, you had a ton, e-commerce was blowing up. You had this flood of people into the market space, and there was a lot of people getting ripped off. There were some people that bought from legitimate companies and just didn't get their product because of issues with the courier and things like that. So this means that, the level of professionalism on the site, the length you have to go to gain the trust of the user, it's increased. It's leveled up. Right? It takes a little bit more to really gain the trust of the user. So to avoid looking like a dropship store, what I usually tell people is try to stay away from countdown timers. Try to avoid Wheelio and some of those more popular kind of pop-ups. Wheelio worked great a few years ago when it was new, but now it's kind of saturated. It's out there. Try to avoid that. If you have conversion data, if you have enough traffic to get good, solid conversion data on your site, and you want to test some of these things, be my guest. Different demographics respond to these things a little differently, but as a general rule of thumb, I'd advise against this stuff, especially if you're relatively new. Pop-ups, you don't try to avoid getting into the business of having a ton of pop-ups. I go to sites sometimes and there's like 2 or 3 pop-ups, or you get this chat widget and a currency converter widget, and then I've got the welcome flow hitting me, and then it's got a push notification thing, and it's like 4 or 5 things. I can't even see the website yet. Just from all the pop-ups. Avoid that kind of stuff. People will bounce. And clutter. So if you look at the web page and you kind of squint your eyes and it looks like a trash heap, that's too much clutter, right? If there's just so much going on that you kind of have to, your reaction is kind of recoil a little bit when the page loads. That's too much. You need something that's clean, right? You need something that's welcoming. That's not going to scare people away. It's going to be easy for them to digest. So keep that in mind. All right. Talking about branding now, colors. Try to stick to 2 or 3 colors tops, 2 or 3 colors tops. I usually like to build my pages with 2 colors just to keep them super clean, right? I'll usually use white is kind of one standard kind of background color for everything. And then, so I'll use white. I'll use a color to accent the menus, and then I'll have one color for calls to action and links, right? So I guess you could call that 3 colors. That's usually how I do it. Keep it super clean, super neat. Try not to get crazy with it. It makes branding a lot easier overall because when you're making images, when you're writing emails, when you're doing any of the other stuff that you do, your SMSs, and you're making images for it, it's pretty simple if you keep the colors really easy. Try to keep a maximum of 2 fonts. Too many fonts, it gets too busy on the screen. There's too much going on. I've been to websites before where the title has a font, the description has a font, links have a font. You bold something, the bold stuff has a font. It's too much on the eyes. It does not have the effect you think it does. Instead, it feels very unprofessional. So try to stay away from that kind of thing. You need a clean layout. That kind of goes into avoiding clutter. Professional logo. So you don't have to pay a few $100 to get a logo made. You could probably get a decent logo, honestly, off of Fiverr or Upwork, or you can make your own. Like some of the best logos out there, they're literally like just the word and then like a little symbol or something off to the side of the word. Twitter is just text, unless, it's just text. Facebook, it just has the little blue box with the F. I mean, there's a ton of big, professional, well-branded companies that are like that. You don't need a fancy logo, but whatever you choose to do, it shouldn't be clip art. It shouldn't be something that looks like it was downloaded for free off Google Images and then slapped next to your logo. I mean, it needs to feel clean, feel neat, that kind of thing. And then finally, carefully display your reviews. And all I mean by that is just be intentional about it. Where they're placed, the color of the reviews, what the reviews actually are. I've gone to websites that look fantastic, and then I scroll down to the reviews, and it's clear to me that the reviews were imported from like AliExpress because the names are messed up or they're in different languages. And I'm like, man, you had so much going for you on the page itself. And then we get to the reviews and it just kills the whole vibe here because I can tell that this is scammy and fake now, all because of the reviews, which you thought were helping you, right? So if you're doing reviews, be thoughtful, be intentional about it, proofread the reviews, use authentic reviews. If you're selling ShineOn, you can use our Looks partnership that we have, and you can display Looks reviews directly on your ShineOn product pages. That's all totally legit, but you just need to think through that, where they're at, the spacing, all those kinds of things to make sure you're getting the most out of the reviews. We're going to talk about trust elements too here a little bit. So keep in mind that if somebody visits your page, you want them to buy something from you. So you really need to think about what that means. I mean, really think about that right now. You're asking them to pull their wallet out of their pocket, right? Pull their wallet out of their pocket, open it up, pull out a credit card, and put the digits on the back of that credit card into a website that maybe it's the first time they've ever visited, and give money, their hard-earned money that they've worked for, transfer that from their bank to yours, right? That's what you're asking them to do. That should not be taken lightly, right? It's that is not an easy thing to convince somebody to do. It takes a high degree of trust to do that, a high degree of trust. And that's why I say up here, convincing a website visitor to take out their wallet, pull out their credit card, and buy from you is a skill. It's a skill, people. It's a skill. It takes some knowledge. It takes some practice and experience to figure out how to do this well. Very few people can do this like right out of the box, first day, nail it 100%. Very few people can. So usually why we tell people, if you're new, start on our platform, because on our platform, we make all this super easy for you. We already have the trust elements. We already thoughtfully display the reviews. We're already branded pretty well. We do conversion rate optimization on the page. We understand our checkout flows. Our back end is really good, et cetera, et cetera. And we can convince the user to buy, right? Well, if you have your own Shopify store, you've got to do all this yourself. And you need to remember, it's a skill. So if you're struggling here, if you're driving traffic, people aren't buying, don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. It takes time to learn a skill. You wouldn't expect, if you picked up bowling to be bowling strikes all the time. You know what I mean? If you just started to learn to surf, you wouldn't expect to not fall in the water every now and then. It's just like any other skill in life. It takes time. You've got to figure it out. And this is just like that. So you need to read, get into marketing, thoughtfully review websites that you know convert well, have high revenue numbers. Look at what they're doing right and try to emulate those. I say it all the time. Imitate before you innovate, right? Imitate before you innovate. So find the model, imitate the model, then you can innovate on the model after you've mastered it. So here's some known elements that increase trust. Okay, so I started out doing local services. So I own a local service business, and something that's unique about my local service business is people have to let us into their home, right? I have a bunch of employees that do it. They let us into their home. Well, it's a more I'm trying to avoid telling you the service, but it's a more intimate when it comes to monetary transactions, like kind of in the business space. It's one where you have to have a lot of trust from the customer, and like we have to do most of the convincing on the website. And this was my first business that I ever started, so it was kind of my first rodeo, and I had to learn, like, okay, how do I convince people to not only give me money, like quite a bit of money, but also to then let me, a complete stranger, come into their home and perform these services. And I had to do tons of research, and I kind of learned that there were certain things, certain little psychological triggers that you could put on your pages to gain more trust from the user, right? Well, this works across the board. It works in local services. It works in e-commerce. It works for all the lead generation I've done for clients before, for all kinds of different stuff. It works everywhere because it's just embedded in human psychology that these things will increase trust. So we're going to talk about this. So smiling faces is a big one. People connect with people. That's why, by the way, like whenever I do these Coffee with Michaels, I'm not doing it like this, where I'm just a talking voice and you can't even see me, right? I almost always try to do it like this. So you can still see me. You can still make eye contact with me. You can still see my expressions. We're connecting here in some way or another. We're connecting, right? Well, faces are how people connect. And when they go to your website and they see smiling faces and things like that, there's something happening to them at a subconscious level in their psychology, and they're letting their guard down, right? They're letting their guard down. If you go to any big websites where there's lots of sales and high volume transactions taking place, you're going to see these principles at play. They have faces everywhere, smiling customers, smiling employees and staff. They'll have models in the shots. Many big print-on-demand stores are the same way. They'll actually have models come in and wear the t-shirts and things like that, and they're showing the faces. They're looking at the camera, making eye contact with the buyer, smiling at them. It's a big deal. That's why I'm spending time on this. This one's a big deal, and it's very overlooked. Very often people just feature the product all over the place. But you have to think deeper than that, right? Okay, then authentic reviews. This is another big one. Authentic reviews. People can smell something that's fake from a mile away. They can smell that stuff. So you want to make sure that you have authentic reviews. This is why with ShineOn and our Looks partnership, you are way ahead of the pack when it comes to this, because you're getting real, legitimate, authentic reviews from buyers on your pages, basically out of the box, which is pretty incredible. So authentic reviews is something you want. We already give you kind of a leg up there. Button icon. So this is something that, again, it's been shown to increase conversions. I couldn't tell you exactly what's going on in the mind of the buyer here or why this works. I just know it does. If you put a little cart icon on your add to cart button, it will increase the number of people that visit your cart page. It's a really weird thing. And I think probably what it is that your brain processes the image before it does the words. So maybe when they look at the button, they see the cart, they automatically know they're going to the cart page. They almost don't even have to read the words. And I'm totally speculating there. I think that's part of what's going on. Another thing that has started to work really well, though, is a little emoji of a hand. So if you have like the button, right, it says add to cart, and then there's a little hand pointing that way. right there inside the add to cart button, that is also starting to work well. We're seeing that on some different pages too. So that's something else you can try. Right along the lines of putting the button icons out there, though, you have on the checkout button, you can add a credit card or a padlock. Padlocks work pretty well because padlocks give this idea of trust, security, safety, things like that. And if you're about to get out your credit card, that's important. And then putting a truck on the shipping button is another really good one. All right, then if you're going to use scarcity and urgency, you should try to use real scarcity and urgency. Scarcity and urgency can work. It always works. It's something that has worked for a really long time. It's just difficult to pull it off the right way. If you don't pull like scarcity and urgency off the right way as a sales tactic, you will push people away because it feels too aggressive. This is why I'm usually not a big fan of countdown timers. It's just a little too much anymore. It was fine 3, 4, 5 years ago. It's just a little too much where we're at, unless it's real, unless you actually have a sale that is going to end, boom, have your countdown timer. That is all fine. So try to use real scarcity, real urgency. You can create events. You can create fake holidays. You can do all kinds of stuff to do this. Sales can be for any reason. Have real discounts and deals. Again, it's kind of the same thing, right? Real discounts and deals. Don't make up your discounts and deals. One of the things I like to do on my page is I'll put a price, the compare app price, and I'll say buy today, save $20. Notice I'm not saying it expires in 24 hours. Notice I'm not saying it's for the next hour only or in the next 10 minutes, right? I'm saying buy today, save $10. It's a real offer. It's going to be real tomorrow too, because tomorrow will be a new day and the present moves forward and it'll say buy today, save $10 again until I'm done running with that. But the idea is you want to be kind of honest in your marketing. Don't get dishonest in your marketing. Don't use false deadlines and things like that. People will pick that up and they'll sense it and they'll turn away. Padlocks and security icons on your checkout page. One of the things I do is in your checkout page, you have the ability to add a custom image in Shopify's 3-step checkout page. You can add a custom image to the top. What I'll usually do is I'll go to the custom image, I'll edit it, I'll put a phone number, our support email, I'll put a padlock in there, I'll put our logo again, things like that, right there inside the image, and it only displays on the checkout page. And it's just one area where I'm trying to increase trust with user, letting them know they're in a secure area, they can trust, all that kind of stuff. Another thing you can add, I don't see it on here, is there are other brand authority brands that can raise the trust on your website too. So you can add the credit card logos underneath your add to cart button. And excuse me, you can add something about Shopify's encryption, powered by Shopify, 256-bit encryption, or, transaction secure guaranteed. There's things like that you can add under your add to cart button to just raise the level of trust, raise the level of security. All right, let's talk about speed, and then we're going to get into the actual store teardowns. Speed. So slower response time results in increased page abandonment or lower conversions. So you can kind of see this image here. This was taken from KISS metrics, where you can see that over here on the x-axis is the time it takes for the page to load. And then over here on the y-axis is the bounce rate. And you can see that the longer it takes the page to load, the higher the bounce rate is for the user, right? So once you get out here past this probably 2-second mark, you're in trouble. It starts to really go up kind of dramatically here. So you want to make sure your pages load very fast, at least the first paint, right? The first paint where it suddenly becomes interactive with the user, you kind of want that to be up there right away. So it's very important. So one of the things you can do with your page speed, besides just being mindful of it, you can use GT metrics, you can use Google page speed, things like that to look at it. Keep in mind, the first paint time is really probably what you want to pay most of your attention to. Don't bog down your Shopify store with tons of apps. The more one of the things the apps do that they don't tell you is you'll install a bunch of apps, and then when you go to uninstall them, they leave snippets of code on your page and things like that. They never fully uninstall, and that will slow down your site over time. So you need to make sure, don't bog down your Shopify store with apps. I truly believe when it comes to this, less is more. Less is more. Try, just if you can avoid it, try not to experiment with tons of apps. if you want to experiment with apps, open a separate store on like a 14-day trial, jack around with all your apps there, figure out which app you want to use, then port it over to your store. In the long run, you'll be very happy you did it that way. Because if not, like I said, all that stuff leaves some fat behind, and over time you'll start to get kind of bogged down by it, and your site will load really slow. You won't even know why. And also focus on optimizing your product pages, cart pages, and checkout pages. You're going to send 95% of your traffic to your product pages. And then if those users go on to buy, they go to your cart, to your checkout page, things like that. Very few people make it back to your homepage. In my experience, it's about 5% of your users will go check out your homepage. Most people will just continue, they'll hit the page where your product is, buy it or bounce, right? So you want to make sure if you're going to spend your time optimizing any pages, it's going to be those 3 pages. All right. We ready for some teardowns now? We're going to pull up some Shopify stores live. Let me know you're still with me in the chat. Give me some, what do we need? Is there a giraffe emoji? Is there a giraffe emoji? A monkey? Give me your favorite zoo animal. Zoo animals in the chat right now. Let me have it. Let me know you're still with me. Let me know this is helpful. I hope you're getting a lot out of this. I think the teardowns will be pretty fun. Gracita is here with a bunch of money bags. Way to be. Do you have a guy who are doing ShineOn from the UK? Oh, yeah, we've got a bunch of folks in the UK. I believe Dan Hurt, the gentleman that did the 200,000 on the one necklace, I believe he's from the UK. So again, go find his post. Check out his YouTube channel. There are giraffes. There are giraffes. Who would have thought? All right, Keld, way to be. Facebook user says, yes, this is helpful. Werner coming through with the giraffes. Justine has a cat. Unfortunately, it's not showing up here. Facebook user's got a lion. I like lions. Lobster. Facebook user here has got a lobster. We got a giraffe and a tiger. That's somebody surfing. Not sure that's a zoo animal, but I'll take it. Sarah says animal. Tigers again. Tigers, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Some goats. There we go. Goats. I like goats. Okay, let's do it. All right, we got a dolphin in here. All right. I like it. Let's do it. Okay, so try to do this. So let me get that smaller. Okay, so these are user-submitted Shopify stores. So we're going to go down the list. I have not seen these yet, so you're going to get kind of my reactions. Feel free to drop some of your own comments in here. I'm going to try to pay attention to the comments here. I might call you out. Go through it with me and give me your critique. This thing loaded super freaking fast. I think I visited a few of these before this stream just to make sure my setup was right. And I'll bet you it was cached. But this thing's loaded really quick. Okay, let's look at this. First of all, logo. It's not feeling super professional to me. Probably made in the USA. The video here is very strange. One thing to keep in mind is almost everybody visits on their mobile. So doing a desktop teardown will only get you so far. So maybe we pop over here into mobile. We look at it kind of like this. Let me refresh this. All right, so in mobile, it looks like you have to hit play now. It doesn't autoplay like it did before. Yeah, so that looks broken actually in mobile. This is why you got to check all your stuff in mobile, everybody. Can you guys see this, by the way? Let me make that bigger. Uh-oh. Hang on. Can everybody see this? Can you let me know in the chat here if you can see this okay? That's pretty big, isn't it? There's a delay here between you and me, so I'm just waiting for these to come through. I think you should be able to see this, though. This is pretty big now. Yes. Okay, everybody's saying yes. All right, good. I'm going to jump to a product page. Keep in mind, 5% of your people land on the home page. Most of your time is spent on the product page. So we're going to go there. We're going to start our critique there. All right, great. They're using the ShineOn product page. So that's good right away. It's going to save you a ton of time. I'm noticing it looks like we got some colors. I think this is black. Is that black? Yeah, that's black there. And then up here at the top, that's like a purple or something, isn't it? What is that? I think that's like a purple. So there's a little bit of a difference. I don't know it's that big a deal. Notice the logo here is the background colors don't match on the logo. The logo's popping out. It just feels kind of weird there. You've got the standard box, luxury box. That's all probably good. Add to cart button's got the cart icon on it. It's good that you're using our product page. I don't know if you guys saw, but Ronnie McKenzie made a video recently, and he has a screenshot of our product page converting at 12.5%. 12.5% on their product, which is insane. All right, shipping information. So yeah, all this is our product page. They've got the reviews going on. So this is great. You've got the reviews, you got the real reviews. This is super important to do. This is just with the Looks app, so make sure you install Looks, everybody. If they're using our product pages, they got our cart page going on here. It's all good. There we go. So this here is a opportunity. You can actually display a image right here. And this is where I said you could put like print obsessions here, and then over to the right have like some credit card icons, or put your phone number, your support email address, say that it's a safe and secure checkout, all that kind of stuff. You could put all of that right here next to print obsessions. And it's one thing that you do to increase the trust with other people. Another thing, look at your colors here. They completely change once you get into your checkout page. I'd recommend, you don't want people to feel like they're leaving the website or going to a different area. You want congruence between the cart page, your product page, cart page, and checkout page. All these colors are different. So you're going to want to make sure all this lines up with the previous pages. See, like you got the navy blue going on here and the black here. So yeah, definitely you're going to want to take a look at that. All right, let's go to the next one. Hope you found this helpful, by the way. And if you guys have anything you want to share, please add it. Add it to the chat here. We'll talk about it. All right, so homepage here, the logo is, this logo up here at top isn't so bad. It's difficult to read. This thing here is quite distracting to me. It feels, I don't know, it feels boutiquey or something. It's this is a website for a brick and mortar store, almost like the website was an afterthought kind of thing. In terms of the logo, the images, you got some faces here. That's pretty good. More of a model face and a pose. She's smiling. That's kind of cool. I do like how you have the models and kind of the mock-ups, our jewelry on the models. So that's all good. No message cards here. Again, whatever motivates your buyer is something you're definitely going to feature in the images. Let's go ahead and click on one of these. Gifts for future wife. Let's explore. Let's grab one of these here. So the one critique I'd have is the very first product image you have here. This is difficult to read. It's tiny. It's the quote is very tiny. Keep in mind, I'm on a desktop right now, and I have this zoomed at 150%. Fairly certain I wouldn't be able to read that on my iPhone because it's too tiny, plus it's sideways. Try to avoid that. You're going to want to use an image like this one right here. At least it's much, much bigger. It's still kind of sideways. It's dramatic. It's dark. That actually works really well on this one because you kind of got this velvety red, kind of silky red thing going on here. You're going to want to use something like that, something like this. You just want that message card to be big and easy to read. You can have the other images here. There's nothing wrong with the other images. But for the first image they see, you want them, remember, it's the phrase that pays. It's the phrase that sells the product. You want that front and center. Looking through here, you're using our product page again, so good work on that. It's going to save you a ton of time. Your description here, you've got some emojis. I like having emojis in the description. All orders handmade in the USA and ship within 2 to 5 business days. Probably need to change that to assembled in the USA, assembled or fulfilled in the USA, because they're not technically handmade. We offer 100% happiness guarantee. Not available in stores, exclusively on 108 Designs. So I will tell you one thing, though, is this is starting to get into that drop shippy area a little bit. Just, look, there's lots of bold here. I like the emojis. You get my attention, but it's just, there's lots of bold stuff. There's lots of stuff down here in this description screaming for my attention. Screaming for my attention. But overall, not too bad. This could be cleaned up, though, quite a bit, I think. All right, let's jump to your cart page. Thanks. Navy blue button here. That's probably okay. I think that's on us. The main thing is we just got to make sure that your checkout. Either your checkout's down or you've disabled your Shopify store. What's going on there? Hopefully that's not an error. Yeah, store isn't taking orders right now. So you must have stopped your Shopify subscription. But all in all, I would say that the logo is not very clean. It doesn't feel high end. I'd probably, you could stand to improve the logo. I would also say that you definitely want to lead with these images here where the phrase is nice and big, and then your product descriptions start to feel a little bit drop shippy just because there's so much going on. You could clean that up quite a bit. Other than that, you're using our product pages, which is good. It's going to save you a lot of hassle. Get looks in here and get some of our reviews showing. Not having reviews is going to be a little bit of a problem for you. All right, let's go to the next one here. We'll try to speed these up so we can get through as many as we can. All right, got a big pop-up here right away. Just kind of sticky too. It's I don't know if that's push or what. Let's find out. Subscribe. Full screen now. Subscribe. It looks like this is a welcome flow. Okay. Elka Mania. Happy Father's Day. Really like this. Love the father, the smile, the connections there. It's got a happiness to it. This is really good. I like that up here at the top. Father's Day collection. I personally, I don't really like the preview thing, but let's go into one of the product pages because that's where it starts to matter. The logo itself isn't bad. I'd probably move the heart over here to the left side to really bring that in line. Notice how thick your menu bar is up here. It's really thick. It's pushing a bunch of stuff down the page here. Let's jump into this. Using our product page again. So fantastic. I'd have a compare at price here. I'd try to use that, especially if you're driving traffic to it. No reviews here. You're going to want your reviews. In terms of your overall colors, I don't think you've done really a bad job here. From overall branding perspective, you're kind of using the blacks. You got a little pop in your logo. It's not too bad though, and it fits well with the product pages, right? Like it feels like one cohesive experience still. So not bad there. Is this give me a watch one. The watch. This is an interesting way to do the watch. One problem here, you got a typo right away. Let's go see if that typo's up here too. It's not there. Okay. You've got a typo in this image here. I don't know if you're running traffic here or not, but you got to pay attention to this kind of thing. It says believe in yourself. Believe is not spelled correctly. It is right here, but it's not spelled correctly here. You have to watch out for that. Yeah, so overall, not too bad. Get the looks reviews on here. Add to wish list button is purple. It's a little bit distracting, when compared to the rest of your overall brand. Let's pop into this. Yep, same thing. Let's see your checkout page real quick. We'll try to find if somebody's not using our product pages here. The checkout page, once again, feels totally different. You got this brown, red link thing going on, bright yellow, continue to shipping button. It looks like a lot of people are forgetting about the checkout page. You can actually come in here and customize the colors and things like that. You don't want to overlook that. Keep in mind, you want the experience to be congruent, right? You don't want people to feel like they're being taken off site to do the transaction. So get in there and fix that. And keep in mind, the logo area on the checkout page is an opportunity. You can add special elements to it to increase trust, let people know they're in a secure area, things like that. So I hope you found that helpful. Let's jump to the next one. I'd love to see some comments in the chat here for what you guys think. Memory moments loaded pretty quick. Let's check one of these product pages and then we'll jump back. Paused in debugger. Why'd it do that? That's weird. I have no idea what this is. It's some kind of script. Well, probably moving on to the next one. I'm not going to run it if I don't know what it is. Someone mentioned that some of these sites need Fave icons. Yeah, it just brings the brand together a little bit. So yeah, adding a Fave icon in bad. So DK Avenue, first of all, I got to tell you the logo, just this big block of black square just is not doing it for me. You need a PNG logo, preferably something that's more horizontal than square, right here in the middle of the page. You got the black. I like the black and the white. This here does feel luxurious to me. It feels more high end. Just the font pairings you've chosen, things like that. So that looks good. Let's jump into one of these here. And again, it's the product pages is where you drive most of your traffic. So let's go in here and look at one of these. Loaded really quick. The first paint popped through. Oh, we're on a collections page here. Click into that. And paused in debugger again. What is going on? Is that me? Something with my... Anybody know what this is in the chat? So we'll do this in desktop view, maybe, I guess. So using our product page again. So that's good. This square logo, look at that. It's just, that is not going to work. The square logo here. Hang on just a second. All right, so I like this over here on the left. You've kind of got I like these check boxes. I've been using these. I don't use near as many though. I use about 4 check boxes over on the left hand side. This is a little too many points. Keep in mind, I like to use my AIDA format when I'm writing my copy. Attention, interest, desire, action, right? AIDA, A-I-D-A, attention, interest, desire, action. It's how I write all my copy. So my attention is usually a question. So can you imagine a look on her face when she opens this beautiful gift she will cherish forever? Good work. You can't go wrong with the beautiful pendant necklace. And it like right there. See, this feels spammy to me. Get my discount, bright yellow, popped out from the right. Not that welcome flows are necessarily bad, but they got to be on brand. They've got to fit everything else on the site. I mean, it was distracting. I'm reading the copy. What if I had been a buyer and I was wanting to buy this product? I'm reading the copy and then here comes this kind of creepy little box that slides out of the right. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this kind of stuff because if it feels dropshippy, look, a confused mind, a hesitant mind, anything like that, it says no, right? It says no. So I try to get as much of that friction, as many of those obstacles out of the way for the buyer. So anyway, so attention, they led with a question. So that's good. Interest, the phrase on the card reads, and then they have the phrase. That's good. I like that. I usually repeat the phrase. up here as well. Free gift box included. Grab yours now. Save 20 bucks. All right, good. Personalized with love and care in the USA. Dig that. It's a really great way to frame up and sell the fact that we're in the USA is a benefit. See what our happy customers are saying. Check out our reviews. Okay, that's pretty cool, but I don't know why that's a check mark way up here at the top. If you're going to use that as a check mark, you should put over 15 plus 5-star reviews. 15 is not a very big number. Preferably be over 100 or something like that. You need this down here. I would not put that here. Give a loving gift that will make her heart melt. This necklace is one of our best sellers. Be sure to get yours now. Melt her heart. See, these 3 here could probably go. I don't know that you need those. Melt her heart with this double hearts necklace gift. No one knows what double hearts is. No one knows that that's the name of our product, so I probably wouldn't put that in there. Imagine joy in your loved one's face now this here is gold. Imagine joy in your loved one's face when she sees this gorgeous double hearts necklace. So just get rid of this double heart stuff. They don't know what that is. The 2 joined hearts represent an eternal bond between 2 souls. Okay, that right there is gold. You're bringing out the emotional benefit of buying the gift. That's the whole reason they're buying, by the way, is for the emotional appeal that this gift may have. That's the entire reason they're buying, and you're speaking to that right here. You're speaking to that right here. That's good. It's very good to do that. This dazzling pendant is crafted with a 14K white gold finish and adorned with a delicate blah, blah, blah. So this is all good, but this is all product details. So usually what I like to do, have, can you imagine the look on her face when she opens this gift she'll cherish forever? I'd probably get rid of that. I'd have these first 4 bullets, get rid of all this stuff. Then what I would do is I'd put, imagine the joy in your loved one's face when she sees this gorgeous necklace. The 2 joined hearts represent an eternal bond between 2 souls. And then I'd put melt her heart with this necklace gift. Get yours today, right? That's how I'd end this entire description, right? End with a call to action. Don't you feel that? That's a good description right there. I felt it. I could feel it. Okay, then you have our reviews, which are good because you got the faces, the smiling faces, things like that. It's all good. A little bit blocky. It's kind of weird, the layout, but I'm not super upset with that. Love how you can see the necklace here in this one. I guess you can see it in all of them too, but it just, I don't know, caught my eye in that one. So not bad. Good job there. Let's jump over to your cart page now. Man, our pop-ups are quick. And bam, you're using Shopify. I think these are Shopify standard colors. We got this kind of logo going on again. You got to change up this logo. It is just, this square logo is not going to work. And you got the brown and stuff. You got the black buttons, which are probably okay. I mean, that's good. It's maintaining some of the congruence, but you don't want the brown stuff. That isn't going to work. So overall, though, this isn't too bad, and your descriptions aren't too bad either. So good work on that. Yeah. Let's see if we got any chats here. Can sellers say handmade? No, you probably shouldn't say handmade. You can say fulfilled in the USA, assembled in the USA, personalized in the USA, assembled by moms in the USA. That one's a little dicey, I guess. Yeah, you can say it in different ways. You just can't say handmade in the USA or made in the USA. You won't be able to say that. All right, let's go to a different one. We're about at an hour, and I'd like to grab a few more of these anyway. Look at all these smiling faces. Way to be. Now, the way they're kind of laid out here and sprinkled across the page could maybe be a little better, but I like that you're using people and smiling faces. That's good. Let's look at the gift for daughter. Let's sort by best selling. See where you're driving your traffic. All right, so to my daughter, Bond to Love store. This is okay. Plain text. Oh, whoops. I got to get rid of that, don't I? Plain text logo is not bad. Here we just had the creepy slide out again. Look, welcome flows can be very profitable flows. So you should do them, right? I'm not trying to discourage that. You just have to you have to be very intentional about how you do them. This was not as distracting as the last one. The last one had a big, bright yellow button on it. It was like as bright as my shirt. It was popping out, and it was just totally distracting as I was trying to read the text. You have to avoid that kind of thing. So overall, though, most of this is working because you've got this kind of brown accent color and then kind of a black add to cart color button. And that actually kind of pops because everything else is using this brown color as the accent. So it's really not bad. And your slide out kind of matches with our urgency indicator here. So, I mean, that actually kind of works too. Got the real reviews going on. Yeah, not bad. Let's look at your description. Would you like to make your daughter feel special? Bam, opening with a question. Fantastic. You've watched some of my videos, I think. Celebrate with a unique bond between you and your daughter. It's a cubic zirconia pendant necklace gift. It comes gift wrapped. Heartfelt message that gets it spot on, making it not only a perfect but meaningful present. The petite ribbon-shaped pendant. It's finished, so we're getting into a lot of the detail here. That's all good. Grab this now, 25% discount. It's a 29% discount. It's a little bit of weird. Gift box and message card included. Show your daughter what she means to you. This is memorable. I like how you're kind of, ending on a little bit of a call to action. I do think this could probably be rewritten. Just stick to the formula, AIDA, right? Attention, interest, desire, action. Attention, interest, desire, action. Let's jump over to your checkout page real quick. And you have a different logo here, so you know how to come in and update the logo, but you're missing an opportunity. Again, you could use a logo here that's got some credit card icons and things like that. So I would recommend you do something a little different here. And then the blue, once again, you're not maintaining congruence with the previous pages. There's a chance people are going to feel like they've been transferred off-site to complete the purchase. You don't want that. All right, let's do one more, and then we'll get into Q&A. I'll grab a random one here. Here, let me ask you this. Is there anybody watching the live stream that submitted their website that I didn't pull up? If so, drop your URL. I'll know if you submitted it because it'll be in my list over here, and I'll review yours. So I'll give you just a minute here to do that. Let's look at the chat. Where's my cursor? Can we change the colors on the product page? Green clashes with my brand colors. Yeah, you can do that. I don't recall how. Support will be able to help you with that, but there is a way to change the colors. Can we change the colors on the buttons that come over to ShineOn listings? Yeah, I've done it before on our site. So yeah, you can do it. I think it's just some CSS you have to go in and change. Let's see. Print a custom. Print a custom. Oh, here you are. All right. Here you come. We'll try to load it pretty quick. First paint. See how this stuff down here at the bottom took a little while, but the first paint was super quick. That's kind of what matters. Let's try the mobile view again. Oh, shoot. Wrong. There we go. Mobile view down here. Let's refresh this. Okay. We're all about personalized one-of-a-kind gifts, printa, custom jewelry. Logo's not too bad. You're using the square, though, again. I think that's making your menu unusually large. Let's drop into one of your products. Oh, that's not clickable. All right. That's not clickable. Browse products. Your images aren't clickable. Notice my first instinct was to just click an image. If somebody does land on your homepage, you're probably going to do the same thing. You might want to make that clickable. Not a huge deal, but just a little something. Let's check this out. Bestseller, dear beautiful granddaughter. Happy birthday. Okay, this is pretty good. I like the first image you've got up here. It's easy to read. It's big. Good work. It's a phrase that pays. So you always got to make sure you're showing off the product here. You've got some red accent colors here going on. So you've got a red and black thing going on. Starting to feel a little bit weird just because your colors up here are gold, and then down here you've got black, and then you have red. It just feels a little weird. And then you got some green going on, and then you've got some orange going on. So just I'd maybe tone this down, maybe make that black even, and get rid of the red. I don't know. You're going to have to play with this. I try to simplify that just a little bit. You're using our product page. So no description. You've not really done anything with the description here. If you're getting sales on this, I definitely try to come in this description, make it a little bit better. I would use my formula: attention, interest, desire, action. Open with a question, have your 4 bullets as like benefits. That kind of leads into the interest. Raise desire by saying like, hey, imagine what it'd be like giving this to your loved one. Imagine look on their face. Imagine the bond that it'll create between you two, whatever, really play up the emotional sentiment. End with a call to action. Grab yours today, save $20, click here, whatever it is, something like that. And then you can have another section where you get into the materials and product dimensions and all of that stuff. Also, you don't have looks on here. Try to get looks just because you can get all those reviews for free. And that'll help increase social proof on the product. Let's jump over to your checkout page real quick. I love how fast that modal is. I mean, you just click it and it's like lightning. It's right there. And it looks like it's taking me into Shop Pay. No, I'm sorry. You have Shop Pay on this. Okay, I see what's going on here. This is fine, except look your colors. You haven't messed with any of the colors on here at all. So yeah, you have opportunity here on your checkout page. Also up here at the top, your logo. Again, your logo is an opportunity to raise trust and security. So hope you found that helpful. Let's go to Kigma. Kigma is not in my list. So I don't think you submitted it. So sorry. Sincerely by you. Gotcha, right here. We'll do yours real quick. Probably the last one, and we'll go to some Q&A here. So get your questions loaded up. We'll do some Q&A. Love those colors. Okay. Loaded pretty quick. So that's looking pretty good. Not many people go to your homepage. So we're going to evaluate your product pages here. So let's just grab one of your products. I don't want to see your best sellers. Anyway, we'll jump down here. Selling, going to that one. Oof, look at the real estate you're stealing here. Look how far down the page you've pushed your product image. This has got to go. I love the colors. Your logo is kind of, it makes me feel good, but honestly, it's too much. It's just too much. Sincerely by you, personalized jewelry. It's too busy. I don't know if you're a designer or not, but it feels like the design, there was more emphasis placed on the design than probably should have been. All that I should be looking at here on a product page is your horizontal logo up here in the menu bar. You do not want this. You got to get rid of that. All right, let's get down to the actual product here. So friendship, remember, so this is a good image to have. It's big enough that you can read. It's legible. It's right there. I kind of like that. Also, you're leading something that's kind of unique here in your case is the actual product image you're displaying fits well with the rest of your brand. So nice coincidence there. You got the green going on too. So you did pretty good here making all this work together. It doesn't look like you did anything with the description. Maybe you added this straight from the ship at the bottom of the ocean. The promise of the anchor is amazing. It grounds the ship. Yeah, I don't think you did anything with the actual description. If this really was your bestseller, I would want you to, after 5 or 10 sales and you start to scale something, you need to come in and try to improve the description a little bit. Again, use the formula AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action. I've got videos on it on YouTube. Go check it out. Also get looks on here and get some free reviews. Oh, you know what? You have looks. This product doesn't have a lot of reviews, the Anchor one. In fact, I'm not even sure we still have it on the site. You're probably going to want to check that. All right, let's click add to cart. Man, look at this. You're just, I worry you're shooting yourself in the foot with this logo. It's just, you're going to have to fix that. It should not be pushing everything down your page so much. Let's jump over to the checkout page. Okay, so it does look like you're trying to maintain your congruence between your product page and your checkout page. Congratulations, you're the first one that I think has paid attention to this. So good work on that. And you're using kind of the gold accents and the black or the yellow, whatever you want to call that color. So good work on that. I think you did a good job there. I do think you're still missing out on some opportunities. Sincerely by You Studio, this looks untrustworthy to me. Just look at that. Once you get to the checkout page, that needs fixed. You probably need your logo in there. Get a good horizontal logo made. Look, you can probably have a logo that is this, it says Sincerely by You in a cute little font, and then has just the tree as a logo next to it. That's probably what I would do. Keep it super simple. Super simple. For the horizontal logo up here at the top, maybe just have it say Sincerely by You in black. Don't even bother with the tree. Keep it super simple. The logo is not that important, guys. Many people, when you're first starting your business, you do way too much with the logo. The logo is not really that big a deal. But if you don't put in the bare minimum, right, and make the logo at least minimal and professional looking, it can scare people away because it lowers the quality of the brand, which is what you're trying to avoid. So, okay, everybody, I hope you found the teardowns helpful. We're going to move to some Q&A. Will you let me know real quick, did you find the teardowns helpful? Was this whole thing today helpful with Shopify in your stores? Overall, I will say that they didn't feel super drop shippy to me. If I had done one of these a year ago, I would have seen Wheelio popping out at me and freaking countdown timers all over the place. And I'd be going to product pages that said there are 39 active people on the site. And I'd have pop-ups coming up in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen saying so-and-so just bought it in Arkansas and so-and-so just bought it in Utah and whatever else. I didn't see any of that here. These were very simple. They were minimal. And honestly, that's probably the way you should keep it. Don't rock the boat too hard. And once you start getting some sales, you can experiment with some things. When you're just starting out, keep it simple, keep your site clean, keep it fast. Try to get your first sales. Your goal is trust. Your goal is trying to get trust from people. All right, let's do this. Get rid of that. Okay. All right. See here. Yes, helpful. All right, good. All right, glad it was helpful. What questions do you have? Do you have any questions? Do some Q&A here for a few minutes, and then we will wrap this up. Q&A, and then we'll wrap this up. Any questions related to Shopify, anything like that? Etsy integration, they're working on it right now. We got a little bit of a demo of it earlier this week. Definitely not ready for public release yet. But, by the end of July, I think it's going to be functional. It's probably going to be an August release, I would think. August release. Is it worthwhile getting a Shopify Lite site? Well, it's a tough question for me to answer for you. If you're brand new, I really recommend starting out on the platform. We just make things so simple for you when you're brand new. And it reduces your learning curve in a massive, massive way. I kind of feel like everybody should start on a platform till they get to about 25,000 in revenue, then graduate to a Shopify store. Just again, we're trying to reduce learning curve for you. There's a lot you got to get right to run your own store and to do it successfully and to manage large scale. So if you're brand new, I recommend still start on a platform. If you've done the $25,000 revenue mark and you've kind of earned your keep and you still want to start a Shopify store, which package you go into is kind of on you. I almost always go for the mid-range one that's like 60, 70 bucks a month. Can't even remember why I do that. So you get 5 staff accounts, you get a lower processing fee. I think you get some more reports. Yeah, I don't remember everything between the different plans, but that's usually the one I go to. I just commit and I go after it. So I hope that helps. No questions here on Shopify? Any other Shopify questions? Apps, branding, overall marketing, logo, customer support. No questions? This may be a first. Looks reviews not free. I thought they had a plan. First of all, I think they have a trial. But I thought they had let me see here. Their cheapest plan is $10. $10 a month. It's actually cheaper than it used to be. I think I paid $300 a month or something the first time I used this app a couple of years ago. Do you need Shopify to integrate with Etsy? No. Well, so right now, yes, because you'll have to use said commerce or something like that. Our Etsy integration, though, is going to make it so you don't need Shopify to integrate with Etsy. You'll be able to just have a platform account if that's what you choose to do. What's a good app for capturing emails? So on the Shopify side, I really like Klaviyo. Really just nothing really holds a candle to them in terms of the way they integrate with Shopify. I mean, they're so freaking good. They're really the only game in town. They're a little steep. That's the unfortunate part with Klaviyo is your list costs go up. But man, just the data, the tracking, the flows, their flow builder, they're just all that stuff is just they're so well integrated with Shopify. They almost feel like they're part of the Shopify app. I mean, they're that good at this point. So Klaviyo, unfortunately, is what I would tell you to do. Do you have a video on customer support? I don't. I think I've only ever covered that in courses. We can probably get you a video, though. The biggest thing about customer support, if I could give you some tips. So I usually don't solve my customer support problem until I go to scale, right? So I'll do all the customer support myself. As soon as I have something that starts to scale, then I go, okay, this is a problem I need to solve. Usually what I do is I try to automate as much as I can. So I will have an FAQ that's very thorough. It's got a lot of answers, lots of questions. I have a customer support section. In my customer support section on the store, up at the very top, I link to my FAQ. I have a link to where people can track their order because those are some of the most common questions people are going to ask. Then when they actually ask a question, I have a form that they have to fill out. The form kicks off an email. In the form, I make sure I ask them for their order number. I also provide an email number and a phone number in case they don't want to fill out the form. So if they fill out the email, I use a tool called Freshdesk. You can get a free version of it where you can handle all your customer support. If somebody fills out Freshdesk and it's they send off a ticket, I have an autoresponder set up that immediately sends back to the customer two things. First, at the very top, it says, hey, if you didn't give us your order number, please respond back to this with your order number. Without an order number, we can't help you. Secondly, inside that first response, I include a written version of my FAQ, right there inside the first response. A written version of the FAQ. I kind of say, hey, we respond to all customer complaints within 24 hours, but if you're in a hurry, don't feel like you have to wait. Here are our top questions and answers, right? So I do all that. Then for the phone number, if somebody calls a phone number, what I do is they leave a voicemail. The voicemail I use phone.com for this. They'll leave a voicemail. The voicemail gets transcribed to text. The text gets automatically sent into Freshdesk. And then I have usually one customer support person that's a VA that I hire off Upwork, and they can literally just sit there and work tickets. Even for the phone calls that come in, I don't have to answer the phone calls. They just literally read the transcription inside the text, and then they'll respond via email back to the user. So I had to get all that processed out, and that saved me a ton. I had one VA that has done thousands and thousands. I mean, I've had her for 3 years now. She's helped me a ton. So that's what I'd recommend you do. I went through that pretty quick. You're gonna have to go back and probably rewatch this if you're serious about getting your customer service right, to make sure you captured all that. Maybe we'll do a video on it in the future as we get a little closer to Q4. Product personalizer app recommendation. We use product personalizer is what it's called. Right inside Shopify. I've used Customly before. Customly is pretty cool, but I feel like you got to be a freaking PhD to figure out how to make one of their designs work. Their user interface just freaking blows, man. I just feel like it could be so much better. Now, it's a very powerful tool. Like when you see the stuff out there where it's like you're designing 2 characters and then putting the names and you changing the backgrounds from sunsets to mountains to cabins in the wood. When you have like 7 layers of personalization, that's being powered by something like a Customly. It's just, like I said, you got to be a rocket scientist to figure out how to make a product. Product personalizer, on the other hand, is much simpler, and it gives you, it'll really help you level up your personalization game as well. Plus, I believe we have an integration with product personalizer where like you can turn on artwork swapper in the background and do all that. We've got some videos on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. When do we shine on hitting EU? It's coming, buddy. It's coming. I don't have a date on it yet. Probably soon, though. Probably this quarter, maybe. We're super excited about that, by the way. Can't wait for the Etsy integration from the platform. Yeah, us too. We've been waiting for it for a long time. We're super excited about it. Let's see. When is the next teardown? Well, I don't know. I do them every now and then. I like product teardowns, Shopify store teardowns. So we'll see. Maybe it'll probably be at least a month. But if I get some requests for it, I can do it sooner. Hold on. I don't want a website yet. Glad Michael said to build to 25K first, then we'll open a website. Really, the thing is the platform, I say this over and over again, it reduces the learning curve so much. All you have to figure out is product and ads. That's all you have to worry about when you're on the platform. When you're on a Shopify store, I mean, suddenly you've got a monthly expense going out. So that's its own stress on your head. You got to worry about your home page and your product page and your logos and your trust elements, and it's your conversion rate optimization and page speed and the apps that you got to use and emails and your back. If you're brand new, just stick with the platform till you're like at 25K revenue and then move over. I recommend everybody do that. Okay. I'm going to answer this, and then I think we're going to wrap it up. How to improve your Shopify store page speed. So a few ways to do it. First of all, delete any unnecessary, unwanted apps. If you're not using the app, get rid of it. Get it out of your store. Another thing is there are tools you can install right into Chrome where you can watch scripts load in real time. You can identify some scripts that maybe need to be deleted off the website. You can use Google PageSpeed, which gives you some pretty good ideas of what's kind of going wrong on your website. Another thing you can do is you can use an app like Crush It, or even an app like TinyJPG or TinyPNG, where you can optimize your images before you upload them, because image sizes are a big deal. You don't want super massive images because they take a long time to load. And then finally, worst comes to worst, you can always go into Upwork, hire somebody that specializes in Shopify page speed optimization, and they can help you as well. We've actually done that before here at ShineOn to help us with our page speed. So highly recommend that as well. So there's a bunch of different things you can do to improve it. And worse, I mean, if like worse really comes to worse, and you don't have an attachment necessarily to your existing store, just get rid of it and start over. It's not a bad option in some cases, especially if your store is filled with junk products and things like that. Just start fresh, start from a clean slate and do it all over again. There's nothing wrong with that. You get more practice too. And there are some things maybe you did wrong in the first go round that you can go back and do differently in the second go round. So, all right, everybody. Hope you found today's Coffee with Michael helpful. I really enjoyed chatting with everybody. Please give this thing a like, a heart, a fire, an angry face, whatever the faces are, to show the post some love here. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care. Hey, Michael here again. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. If you like the content, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And there's one more thing I want you to do. Check out the links in the description below. I want you to look at the link to ShineOn.com where you can sign up and become a seller with us today. It literally takes 60 seconds and it could change your life. Secondly, I want you to go to our Facebook group. It's the most engaged e-commerce group on the planet. We're constantly sharing important tips, tricks, and things like that that can help you on your seller journey and level up your e-commerce game. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.